About time. I know. Good evening. We're making money. Probably gonna have to invest. Sheila, young carrot. I know it'll be daylight soon. Should have never lowered my ears in winter. Or close to it. My head still can't get used to the cold. Well, did you all have a good Halloween? Um, Make a cracker run. I About I don't know 20 days or so ago, I ordered with the express permission of Kathy. I ordered a bunch of light up rings um, off the internet. They're all battery powered. They come with their own batteries. You pull the tab and they light up, when you put them on. And we were going to give those away for trick or treat for Halloween. Well, come Halloween, they still hadn't arrived. So I messaged the people on Wednesday, I think it was, and asked them where they were at. They wrote me back Friday morning, I guess it was, and said that they have been shipped. They should be there anytime. Well, I messaged them again after 5 o'clock on Friday and said, well, it's Halloween here, and that's what you sold them as was Halloween rings to hand out instead of candy. Here it is, Halloween, and I still don't have them. Why would you market something if you're not going to deliver? Well, they wrote me back and said, don't worry, sir. They should be there within the next 15 to 25 days. So I wrote them back. I said, what good are Halloween rings for if I don't get them till Thanksgiving? Well, they are shipped and they're on their way. Well, like I said, I ordered them and they waited 10 days to throw them in the mail. And that's what pissed me off. Because if they wouldn't have waited the 10 days to throw them in the mail, I probably could have got them. But oh no. So, yeah, there's always next Halloween if the batteries don't die by then. So. Evidently, Kathy and I thought that would be, a lot more better than, giving out candy. The kids could put them on and they could wear them and, but evidently not. And for all you naysayers out there, remember me telling you they're making it? Yeah, they probably are. Remember me telling you, I think it was Thursday night or whatever, that I ordered a bunch of fuses for a penny? 500 to be exact, for 1 penny. I ordered 50 amp, 30 amp, and 7.5 amp. 500 each for a penny per 500. That right there is the 7.5 amps. I believe this is the 50 amp. It might be the 30 amp, I don't know. Or 35 amp. And here's the other one. Now, that cost me, right there, those 3 bags, cost me 3 cents. This right here cost me $1, and I bought 2 of them. Must not cost much to make. Probably don't. Anyways, this right here, this is a switch. It fits like this on the Ford. The Ford Edge. It's a switch for the seat. It does fit my car. I looked into buying a switch a few months ago, or actually a year and a half ago or so, and because it will not lift in the back. It'll go forward and backwards, and it'll recline. But the seat will not go up in the back. So it's practically the seat's on the ground back here, which is okay, but I'd like to have it up a little bit higher than what it is. But it won't work. So I thought it might be the switch. Never can tell, don't know. And I looked into buying a switch for it, a year and a half or 2 years ago or whatever it was. And it was like $250 for that switch. Well, I got that same switch right here for $1. This was all on Amazon haul. And not only did I get that switch, but I got a second just in case for another $1. So I have 2 of them. This right here is a coil. Trying to remember if I bought it for a Briggs, if I bought it. I think it's for. Yeah, it's for a Briggs and Stratton. But I bought it $1 for a coil. Then I got me a flat tester for my trailer lights. That was $3.99, I think. I had to spend $20 in order to get free shipping, or I would have had to pay $20-some for shipping for all this stuff. So I had to spend $20. I bought 2 rocker switches. I think they were $7. And then I bought this water electrolyzer, whatever you want to call it. But I bought that. I seen a video, and they were showing if you want to test your tap water to see what kind of minerals is in it. I'm going to do a video of it to see what kind of minerals is in our city water, and I'm going to use spring water too and see what's in them. But I had what the hell? I had $11 or something like that credit from my Prime membership. So I got this all delivered, all the stuff I just showed you, all delivered, and it cost out of pocket
So
$9, and then I got a $2 rebate, so it cost me $7. I thought I did pretty damn good, actually. Oh, yeah? Go ahead, Rosanna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna. Good evening. No. If I could only have gotten them paper towels. Right. If I could have got them, I'd have still been singing a song. If I'd have known, if they'd have given me my order and let me order more, I'd have bought a truckload. No doubt about it. You know, at that price, I'd have bought a truckload. Hell yeah. I'd at least bought 20 boxes. So, but I got all that off of Amazon. You go to your Amazon and you look under the Amazon haul, and you can get there every once in a while. They have penny deals and they got dollar deals. You just start searching through there and see if there's something you want. You'll have to spend $20 to get it for free shipping if you're a Prime member. But hey, I'll spend the 20. Temu it's got some good stuff, but it's all Chinese stuff. They have a lot of warehouses here in the United States, so you don't have to wait for very long for it to get here because it's already here. But since the tariffs are up, even though that some of that stuff's probably been here for 2 or 3 years, they're going to sock you for the tariffs because then they get extra money. I was at Myers yesterday, and it was packed. I had to wait in line for a self-checkout. You hated to drive 40 miles to see? Yeah, I know. I was going to go to Grand Rapids tomorrow. Some woman's got a scooter up there, electric scooter, mobility scooter. She wants $40 for it. Needs batteries. The seat's all messed up. Well, the armrest on the seat's messed up. It's got a charger. But it's 140 miles from me. So I decided not to go. I wouldn't have minded it, you know, if it had been 50, 60 miles, that's another thing. But when it's a 3-hour drive to get it. A 3-hour drive. You know, if the weather started getting rough, yeah, that tiny car could get tossed. No, somebody, it looks like they slit the, you got cut or something in the armrest, and then along some of the body panels along the side and the bottom were busted off, which is no big deal because I really didn't want it for that. I was going to use it for some parts, but they probably sharded on it. You're right. You know, there's a cleanup for that. Hey, Teddy Shoes, you old snuggle bunny, you. Hi, Kenny. Well, I messaged Kevin a little bit ago and asked him if he still had that big red gas tank that I give him. He said, no, we don't have it no more. And I said, well, all right. So, guess I'm going to have to find one. I got this Kohler out here. I don't know what size it is. It's got to be a 20 horse. It's big and it's heavy. But it needs a gas tank. It doesn't have a gas tank with it. I got to do something with that here shortly. I need to pull the plug on it and spray some foaming oil in there because it does not have any oil in it whatsoever inside the crank. It's completely empty. I believe it's got a brand new carburetor and stuff on it. I think they rebuilt it and they never done anything with it. The guy passed away, so there's no one to know. But Dave, how are you doing? Nice to see you, man. It's been a long time. Yeah, antifreeze jug and a siphon. Well, the gas tank that I give them was like a 2.5 or 3 gallon gas tank. It was a big one. And that's the kind of gas tank you need for that Kohler because it's so big, it's going to drink a lot of gas in a short time. Long hours. Oh, I know. I tried that for 38 years and didn't like it. One wire to the hood, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. Used to have an old 64 Chevy pickup. Had a little 283 in it. The block was cracked on it. My dad took a tap and he tapped the block and filled it up with JB Weld. And it was a 60, I think a 64. I mean, this pickup wasn't worth, well, back then, $50, about it. It had 2 different colored doors, red fenders, a red hood, and you could see the ground from inside. But it had a 3 on the tree, and it worked. It ran. But that's how we run it. We drill a bottle in a gas line to the fuel pump. And character, it did. Yes, it did. We was just kids, man. 12, 13, 14 years old. It is coming up. Well, anyways, I'm going to take these fuses that I showed you. I'm going to take 20 of each and put them in a bag, a nice Ziploc bag, like a Glad Ziploc bag. And I'm going to put $5 on each bag, and I'll sell them that way. Like I told Kathy, if I sell one bag, I've made $4.97 profit. Huh. We had smash burgers tonight, uh, air fried onion rings, and deep fried seasoned french fries. Now, when you say delivery driver, you're not talking DoorDash, are you? Or are you talking about semi delivery? Street tacos and street taco grilled cheeses? That actually sounds pretty good. Delivery van, okay. Not DoorDash. Oh, I know, I know. I tell you what, this hour change has got the kitty screwed up, man. Because she was wondering why I wasn't getting up at 5:30. Um, she kept looking at me in the eye, waking, trying to get me up, jumping up on me. Hey, get up, get up. I did. I finally got up at 6:30. Come out here, which was 6:30, not actually 7:30, but 6:30. I'd already got up in the middle of the night. Had to go to the bathroom, so I reset the clocks and everything back already. When I was working for the garbage company, remember me telling you about Ricky Bates flipping the cab over and both windshields falling out? Well, Ricky had to reset his clocks for time change. So he resets the clock and then sets the alarm. He gets up. Now, he reset the clock before he went to bed, and he set the alarm. But he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning, gets dressed, has his coffee, hops in his car, and he drives to work, hops in his truck, and is out there doing his route. And he's, man, ain't nobody got anything out today, hardly. Now, a few here, a few there, it's going to be an easy day. Well, then his wife calls him, his girlfriend, or wife at the time calls him, says, where are you at? He said, I'm working. Now, this is right when we was just getting cell phones. I think Ricky probably had one of the very first cell phones out there, a big thing about this big. And she calls him up and asks him, where you at? It's working. She says, what for? Well, I got to get this done. She says, today's Sunday. And he stopped the truck and he said, I had to think about it, but it was Sunday. So I turn around and come back home. Yeah. You went to Gordon Ramsay's? Man, oh man. Kathy and I like fettuccine Alfredo, shrimp fettuccine Alfredo. Yeah. I tell you what, if you like pizza and you got a Sam's nearby, go to Sam's and get one of their pizzas from the deli. Right where they sell their hot dogs and stuff, their cafeteria. For like $8 or whatever it is, you get a 24-inch pizza, I believe. I can't remember how big it is, 20-inch pizza. And you can get it with everything on it. So when when we go up there, we usually grab lunch or something there. If we don't grab lunch there, but we'll grab a pizza to bring home and throw in the oven. Huh. Damn. I can't afford to go to that high price foreigners place to eat. Yeah, tuna fettuccine. Mm. Yeah, honest to God, I love tuna noodle casserole. But I'm the only one here at the house that likes it. I mean, Kathy will eat it, but she don't like it. I could eat it once or twice a month, easy. I watched Michigan State lose in overtime, and then I watched Michigan win against Purdue. That's the only two games I actually got to watch. I watched part of Ohio State, but that was a blowout. I didn't get to watch any of the other ones. I watched Boise State. I did. I watched some of Boise State, and I felt sorry for Boise State because they have had such a long winning streak at home, and they lost at home. You watched the Michigan and then the Georgia? Yeah. Well, Michigan is 7-2, I think, right now. Um, I think Ohio State is 9-0. But we still got to play Ohio State, and then we're going to play Washington again, I guess, in the playoffs. I don't know how it is, but it's just sad. Because in the next month and a half, 2 months, by the middle of January, college football will be all over with. But no, we got to start that damn basketball up in September and run that until April. Jeez. I think Washington State, yeah. I can't remember which Washington they're playing. Not DC. Yay. Yeah. They should cancel basketball season for 5 years for all the corruption. That way they get rid of it all. I know. Well, that's good that they won. You're right. Almost every sport is corrupt. Except for boxing. There's no corruption in boxing. The scores, everybody knows what every boxer scored because they put it right up there. Yeah. You're right. Boxing is the most corrupt sport there is because you never know what the score is until the judges come out with it. There's been plenty of people that score the fights that are been in the business for 40, 50 years and they've been doing it, and then they can't believe what the judges are scoring. Damn. Well, our daughter was out in Arizona and they had reservations to a nice restaurant, and she paid $600 for dinner for four of them, dinner and drinks. It's still corrupt. You're right. How was the baked macaroni and cheese? Was it just like Mama fixed it? I've never had risotto, so I wouldn't know what it tastes like, let alone lobster risotto. We do watch a lot of cooking channels here, Kathy and I. Um, they have the Tournament of Champions. It starts Wednesday again, but it's the Christmas edition. They're going to do the Tournament of Champions and they're going to do Christmas. I don't know what that means, but you know, if they're going to cook Christmas dinners or holiday meals, I don't know. Well, don't you have to stir risotto like for continuously for 20 minutes, or it could burn or something like that? And creamy rice aroni, the San Francisco treat. Oh. Yeah, and you keep adding up because it keeps soaking up the liquid. I'm a fan of them frozen noodles anymore, man. And I think it's the great value ones from Walmart are the best. I really. They're nice and thick. she got these other ones that are frozen, the ramimis or something like that, and they're not that thick. And when you cook them, they actually turn to mush before they even get done. So, huh. It was good. That's cool. Dan Dan noodles. Yeah. I have some prosciutto. In fact, I'm picking up some prosciutto tomorrow. Now, mushrooms risotto doesn't sound too bad. I know he's talking about prosciutto. I said bruschetta. Good evening, Kathy. You're looking lovely as ever today. All right, Dave, you have yourself a great night, man. Take care. Stop by. We're here Sunday night, Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then Monday, Wednesday, Thursday in the morning at 6:30 a.m. to 7:30. Ag Wild, how are you doing, man? Nice to see you. Well, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. I had one of these. This is my brown shirt. Can't tell it's brown. It's more gray now. But this is my brown shirt, and I had a black one just like this. But the black one um, was full of small holes. So today I was throwing them out, and I thought, well, no. What I'll do is I cut it all up, and I cut it into, made it into grease rags, and then I had a pair of brand new sweatpants that the legs on them made look like skinny legs. They were so tight on me, and I hated that. So I cut the things off mid thighs, so I made shorts out of them, and then I cut the legs into, made them into grease rags too. So now I got some grease rags out there in the garage in case somebody ever happens to get their hands dirty. Tomorrow is a city council meeting, so I'm going to that. Tuesday, we got a vote on the point of sale. I don't think it's going to pass. We got to vote yes on it to get rid of it. So, if you want to vote to keep it, you have to go Wednesday to vote. If you don't want to keep it, then you get to go Tuesday to vote. Yeah, I was just going to toss it in the trash. And I thought, no, I'll use them. No. I was telling Kathy I got to get my grandson over here and pay him and have him help me clean out the garage. Yeah, I know. When you vote no, it means yes. Yeah. That's the way they do it, so they can confuse the hell out of you. Anyways, I want to have our grandson come over and help me clean out the garage. I got a big freezer and the ice maker I got to get out, so some scrapper can have that. I'm done dealing with that. There's a brand new bed in the garage. That's probably going to go upstairs, get that out of the garage. I need to get back some of my garage back. I mean, Kathy keeps bringing stuff in and just packing it full, and I have no room for nothing. I keep telling her, stop, quit bringing it. Quit. Come on, Pumpkin. Get up here. Come on, Spirit. Come on. See? Rosanna knows. Come on, Spirit. Kitty. Come on. Tammy wants to see you. Rosanna wants to see you. What's that, honey?
I said you're right. I weren't paying attention to you. I know you said something smart just by the look of you. But you're right.
Oh, okay. All right, everybody. I got to cut this short. My son's out from work. I didn't know he was getting out this early. Yeah, she's over here looking out the window. I got to go pick him up. Y'all have a great night. God bless. Take care, prayers, and peace. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a blessed one.